All right, here we go. The 10th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution, the final amendment of the Bill of Rights. Let's get to it. So first of all, pull up the text as we always do, and it's very short like most of the Bill of Rights. The 10th Amendment reads, "The powers not delegated to the United States by the Constitution nor prohibited by it to the states are reserved to the states respectively or to the people." All right, so what this comes down to is it's a protection of states' power and states' rights. That it basically means that, if there's not a power specifically granted to the federal government here in the Constitution or by laws later enacted, then that is a power that can be reserved to the states. And there are numerous examples of issues that have been basically delegated to the states to decide on their own. One example, a topic that I've covered here on the channel, prohibition of alcohol in the United States, is a great example because before the passage of the 18th Amendment, which banned the manufacture, sale, and transportation of alcohol in the United States for 13 years, it was an issue that the states were allowed to police themselves. So, the 18th Amendment, which started prohibition, which was passed in January, was ratified by the 36th state, Nebraska, in January of 1919, made this a federal issue. It added prohibition to the U.S. Constitution. It literally became part of the Constitution. But before that moment in time, states were dealing with this. And there had been for decades movements, temperance movements, and then prohibitionist movements in the country, which resulted in counties banning alcohol and entire states banning alcohol. And this happened in numerous states prior to the passage of the Prohibition Amendment. So that's an example of a power that is allowed under the 10th Amendment. Prohibition and policing alcohol was not a power that had been specifically granted to the federal government yet. So the states were allowed to do that. Other issues where the states have previously been allowed to decide on their own have been issues like marriage. That's been one that has been controversial over the years. Abortion access in recent years has also been allowed to become a state issue rather than a federal issue. So all of those are examples of the 10th Amendment and the fact that it allows the states to retain some power. Because look, at the start of the United States, when they wrote the Constitution, that was the big debate. How much power was going to go to the federal government and how much power was going to go to the state governments. And the anti-federalists at the Constitutional Convention, who were very concerned with state power, this was a win for them because this ensured that there would be a certain amount of state power moving forward. So that's the 10th Amendment. That finishes out the Bill of Rights. Hope you learned something. Hope this helped you out. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you all next time.